Welcome everybody, this is Miko Bokomo, your host of Steps to Closing the Sale. In the last video, we went over steps 2, 3, and 4. In today's video, we're going to be going over steps 5, 6, and 7. Again, these steps are going to be the things that you need to utilize in your sales process in order to close the deals a lot more efficiently and effectively. One thing I do want to ask is if you learn anything from any of these videos, please like, comment, share this to a friend, and subscribe to the channel because all this information that I'm providing is absolutely for free. The reason why I provide this information for free is because there's a lot of bozos right now trying to teach sales processes for hundreds of thousands of dollars and they don't know how to close a sale themselves. I personally used to sell this training method to my clients in the past for an upwards amount of $4,500, and the clients that I've had have seen success ratios jump all the way from 6 figures to 7 figures and net profit, just mimicking the steps to the sales that I'm going to be going over in this training platform. So I hope you guys enjoy, and again, like, comment, and subscribe. So before we begin our sales training, I want to ask you guys, do you have commission breath? Now, we might be asking, what is commission breath to begin with? As you can see on the screen, commission breath is like when you go to a dealership, a furniture store, a mattress store, and the salesperson just makes you feel dirty. They make you feel like you don't want to be there. You're just talking to them, and they might have really good breath. They might have just used Listerine, brushed their teeth, and got their teeth white, and they look amazing, but you just don't have that good gut feeling. Have you ever had that feeling where you know that you're being taken for a ride? No pun intended if you work for a car dealership, but you just know that this person doesn't have your best interest at heart. Well, it's because they reek of commission breath. So what is commission breath? Commission breath is best explained when a salesperson is focused on themselves and closing a deal rather than the client and the client's problems. This is in comparison to the what I mentioned in the previous video, where you go to a doctor and you tell the doctor, I'm not feeling well, and instead of the doctor taking your diagnosis, asking you questions about your situation, asking you how your problem had happened, they just prescribe you with a medicine. They prescribe you with the most expensive thing on the sheet. That is how most salespeople operate in today's day and age, and it's actually insane. If you take a step back and you go to your local car dealership, you go to your local furniture store, I can almost guarantee you, instead of the salesperson asking you, hey, why are you here? What product are you looking for? What have you used? Have you used this person? Have you used that person? What do you like about this product? What do you dislike about this product? What are you looking forward to in that product? What are you looking to accomplish? Instead of asking those probing questions, they're going to try and sell you right away. They're going to try to regurgitate the amount of information that they memorized from the sales brochure that they were told to memorize by the manufacturer, not knowing that it's actually hurting their chances of getting the deal because nobody really cares how much you know about your product if that information that you know about your product can't solve the problem that they're trying to solve. And that's the reason why commission breath is so rampant in today's day and age in the sales industry, because sales managers themselves don't know how to sell. They're so focused on educating themselves on the product, but they don't educate themselves on the customer's problems. And let's be honest, you'll typically only see the same 10 problems, whether you're in a car dealership, whether you're in real estate, whether you're in furniture. They're looking to upgrade, they're looking to downgrade, they're looking to trade in, they're not happy with their product because of XYZ reason, and those reasons are relatively similar. The only thing that makes it different is that person and that person's experience. And the only way to pry that out is by asking appropriate questions to your customer. By showing your customer that you have your sales brochure memorized, you're not doing anyone any good. It just shows that you have commission breath and you're trying to regurgitate information that's not really relevant to you, your consumer, your customer, and the deal. So if you want to avoid commission breath, the best way to do this is to see yourself, like mentioned in the previous sales training video, as a problem solver. Someone who understands, what is my customer's problems? Why are they here? What are they looking to accomplish? What are they looking to solve? And once you have that information, then you can start talking about your product and tying it into how it solves your customer's problems. To even further simplify this point, I'm going to tie it in together, right? Let's say, for example, you've done an amazing job fact finding with your consumer or customer that's in front of you. You've crafted your presentation now on what your customer is looking for. Why are they looking to upgrade? Why are they looking to make a purchase? You've crafted your presentation as to what the pain points are for your customer, what solutions are best fit for your customer, and also what solutions are worst fit for your customer, because you don't just want to be talking about the best case scenario. You want to be as real as possible with your customer. In today's day and age, the average consumer wants to know the pros and the cons of the item that they're looking to purchase or product they're looking to purchase. That way they can make the most educated decision. It's not the 90s anymore where the buyers are liars. It is now a modern age of information-based selling, right? So in order to have a strong and compelling product presentation, you need to be able to tie the presentation back to what your customer wants, what do they need, what are they looking to accomplish, what are they looking to solve, and how you fit in that picture the best. So how do we do it? Well, the best way to do it is to lead with the need, right? When you're crafting your presentation. Again, these presentations, guys, before I go into more detail, need to be practiced. If you're a sales manager watching this sales training right now, you need to role play with your team members at least 3 times per week on how they present the product to their customer. If your team does not want to role play, they don't belong on the sales floor, because they should not play with money. They should be playing with other teammates, trying different things out with other teammates, okay? Now, with that being said, if you don't like sales training as a salesperson, your ego is too big. Check yourself. That's the reason why you have to do these sales trainings today, okay? So lead with the need with your customer. Practice these presentation skills with the people on your team. What were the key problems your client's looking to solve, right? Are you using active listening skills? Are you actually listening to your customer, or are you waiting for the opportunity to talk? Because if that's who you are, put your ego aside. Learn how to put your ego aside and actually try to find out why your customer is there to begin with, and what problems can you solve with your customer today. Second thing with leading with the need, how is this product going to solve your customer's problems? How are the different bits and pieces of this product going to solve your customer's problems? If you're working at a car dealership and your customer says they're looking to upgrade their vehicle into a 7-passenger vehicle because they need it for their kids, for their hockey team, right? And you present them with a sedan, and you say, Mr. Customer, look how fast this car goes. Mr. Customer, look at all the horsepower in this car. They'll look at you and they'll be like, what are you talking about? Just because this is a good product to sell doesn't mean it solves their problem. Now, that might be to a certain extreme, but believe it or not, a lot of salespeople operate this way. They don't listen to their customers' problems. They don't listen to what the customer is trying to tell them. If you actually listen to your customer, they will give you the keys to the sale. So learn how this product can solve your customer's problems by asking your customer, what problems do they have? The third thing here is, why is this product the best option for my client? Right? Always put yourself in the shoes of your consumer. If you were the person buying, how can you justify this purchase? Why is it the best product for them? Is it because of price? Is it because of speed? Is it because of ability to provide the service to your client? Why is it the best? Draft that into your presentation, add that into your presentation. Let them know why it's the best for your client. Show them, explain to them, paint a picture as to why your product and who you are and what your business is the best possible option versus using a competitor, versus using someone else. How do you do this job better than anyone else in the industry today? Throughout the presentation, it's also wise to incorporate trial closes. We're going to be going over trial closes into very, very detailed information here, but an example of a trial close is, can you see how this would solve X, Y, Z problem? Think about how strong that question is. Can you see, Mr. Customer, how this can solve your problem? You're asking them, is this something that will solve your problem? And you're getting that information from them, okay? Once you've weaved out all the trial closes, now you got to frame the solution, okay? Because people don't buy things. People buy solutions to their problems. Let me explain this. When you are selling a mattress, you're not selling a mattress. You're selling a good night's sleep, right? When you're selling a mattress, you're selling the ability for your client to wake up in the morning not stressed out, relaxed, full rest, relaxation, whatever it may be. When you're selling a vehicle, you're not selling someone just a car. Because if we're talking about cars, this is going to sound a bit strange, but if we're talking about cars, 4 doors, white car, it could be anything. It could be a Mercedes, it could be a BMW, it could be a Toyota. It brings you from point A to point B, but how does your car differentiate itself? What is the reason why someone would buy this product? They're not buying it because it's a thing. They're buying it because it solves it's a solution to their problems. They're buying it because it ties into what they're looking to accomplish, right? Again, 4 doors, white car, a Mercedes and a Toyota do the exact same thing, but why would someone want to buy a Mercedes instead? What problem does it solve? What solution is it trying to accomplish? What is your customer going to get by driving a Mercedes over a Toyota? Okay? Instead of regurgitating information like I've been really stressing on in this whole entire sales training about your customer and how you know everything about this product, learn more about your customer and tie that information as to what your customer is looking for. Frame how the product solves your client's specific problems, the problems that are specific to them, okay? Not specific to your friend Johnny, not specific to the general average person, but specific to what your client had said. Now, throughout your sales presentation, there are going to be speed bumps along the way, okay? Just like any good presentation, you're going to have to find out if the customer talking to you, who is engaging with you, is presenting a complaint or an objection. You need to be able to understand the difference and the impact between an objection or a complaint, because if you treat a complaint like an objection, you could be opening yourself to a whole can of worms, which will ruin your presentation. Now, conversely, if you treat an objection and you downplay it to a complaint, you might also piss off your customer. So in the next few slides, we'll be going over the difference between a complaint and objection. So by definition, a complaint is just a statement that is unsatisfactory or unacceptable. So an example of a complaint is, the router's black, I thought it'd be blue. How would you answer this as a sales manager or as a sales professional if a customer were to say this to you? If you're left scratching your head going, oh man, well, you're supposed to be teaching me. Well, okay, fine, I'll teach you. The best way to do this is 3 steps, okay? Number 1, don't directly disagree with your customer or try to justify your truth. Remember, you can be right or you can be paid. You can't be both. So I'd prefer to be paid than to be right, especially in a sales transaction, because if I'm right and my customer doesn't buy, I'm just the idiot that's right? Oh, does that make sense? Awesome. So the second thing I want to do is I want to acknowledge what the customer had said. I don't want to ignore it and bypass it because I don't want to sound like a jerk to my customer. I want to know that they're being heard. But at the same time, I'm not going to address that complaint like it's an objection. So after I've addressed it and I've acknowledged it, I continue on with my presentation. And this is how it would sound. John, I hear what you're saying. The colors do look different in the photos. However, all of our routers come in blue. With that being said, here is the price point of the vehicles that we're looking at. Now, I jumped from different products there by accident out of innate nature because I work in the automotive sector. However, you get the point, right? You see how it flowed fluidly. There is no hiccup, no, oh, I'm not too sure. And that's the reason why you need to train with your team. That's the reason why you need to train with the people that you are, mentoring, managing, or the people that you're around with. Because if they have a hiccup during a complaint section, it solidifies the complaint to become an objection. And when it becomes an objection, now you got a bigger problem on your hands. So if you address a complaint like an objection, like I mentioned, it will become an objection. If you downplay a complaint and you just proceed forward with your presentation, it's all gravy. Now I know some of you guys are asking, well, then what is an objection? How does an objection look like? What should I do with an objection? Well, an objection is simple. An objection is an expression or feeling of disapproval. The easiest way to handle an objection, really, if you've asked enough appropriate questions throughout the presentation and conversation piece with your customer, you really have all the keys to the objection handlers. Like I mentioned, throughout this entire sales platform, the sales training platform, and the first video, you guys know that asking the right questions gives you the keys to the house, gives you the keys to closing the door, gives you the keys to closing your customer. So if you are doing your job properly, you already know to a certain degree, if your customer says this, this is what you're going to say. If your customer says this, this is how you tackle it. You use your customer's fact-finding information to your advantage when they tell you things, okay? And I know some of you guys are thinking, what does that mean? Well, here's an example of how you can use your customer's fact-finding information to your advantage during an objection handling situation, okay? So let's say the objection, most common objection here is the price is too much, the price is too high. Oh, this is so much, this is so expensive. This is how you handle that objection. Mr. Customer, I appreciate your honesty. Setting price aside, would you say that this car solves your problem? Would you say that this car allows you to get to work on time instead of waiting for the bus every single day and being drenched in the rain? If the answer is no, I hear you, but just to confirm, this product doesn't solve you getting to work on time, especially when it starts raining. Do you notice how the tonality changes with the way that I present my objection handler there, right? I just want to make sure that they're answering the right way, and I'm using their words to my advantage because I've done enough fact-finding at the very beginning of the presentation to be able to overcome this objection. This is not some fancy Instagram mumbo-jumbo, here's what you say when a customer says this. This is understanding that if you use the right fact-finding information questions with your customer at the very beginning of the sales transaction, you can handle any freaking objection ever handed to you, as long as you ask the appropriate questions at the beginning. Now, moving forward, if the customer says yes, right? If you ask the customer this solves the problem, they say, yeah, it does solve the problem, then you can solidify the purchase by saying, okay, Mr. Customer, that sounds amazing. Which of the features would you say you like the most about the product? Now you get them to sell you the product. They're telling you what they like about it, okay? They're telling you, that it's fast, it has all the seats that they need, it brings them to point A to point B, whatever it may be, it gives you all the information that you need. And from there, you can now transition into, okay, would you say that those items that you've listed equate to saving you more money, which automatically allows you to get to work sooner, allows you to make more money, allows you to do X, Y, Z? Would you say the time that you save getting to work X, Y, Z, saving money on dry cleaning, saving money on heating costs because you're going through the laundry, whatever it may be, is worth the price difference in regards to whatever it might be here? Like, asking those questions allows you to overcome these objections, right? So again, utilize the power of fact-finding. Objection handling is the simplest thing in the world if you have enough facts against your customer, if you have enough information to talk about with your customer. If you know absolutely nothing about your customer, you are going to fail every single objection handled to you unless you get lucky, right? That's it. But if you know how to talk to your customer and find out what their problem is, you'll have a better closing ratio than 90% of the salespeople on the sales floor today. So now you've handled their objections. What do you do next? Do you go in for the close? I know most sales professionals would say, well, you always got to be closing. No, idiot. You now have to either do a trial close, or if you're not done your presentation, finish your presentation. Don't rush into a trial close. Don't rush into a close. Finish your presentation. Give them enough information for them to want to do business with you. If they don't have enough information to make a decision today, they will not make a decision today. So allow yourself to finish your presentation. Don't rush into it. Handle all the objections. But if you're done your presentation, pivot to a trial close. Not a close, okay? I'm going to make that clear. Do not go into a close. Do a trial close first. And for all you geniuses who are like, what's a trial close? I always go for a close. Closes are the best way to go. They're not the best way to go. If you're always trying to close your customer, you corner yourself into a position where you're losing out probably 80% of the deals that you probably could have saved if you just would have gone slower and tried a trial close. So what is a trial close? Well, a trial close is not necessarily asking for a sale, but it's to gauge your customer's temperature. It positions you into a conversation of a close. It doesn't say, hey, let's buy the product today. It says, hey, where are you at in the buying process? But we're going to do it a lot more finesse. I'm going to give you an example on how to trial close a client. Just kidding. I'm going to give you guys 5 examples of trial closes, but in turn, I want you to send this over to 5 people that you know, or make 5 YouTube accounts to subscribe to my channel, because I need some subscribers and I need some likes. So show me some love. So here are some examples of trial closes, okay? Number 1, can you see how this would solve your problem? Number 2, does that answer your concern? Number 3, what do you think of this product so far? Number 4, are there any more points that you need insight on? Is there any more information you need insight on? Number 5, if you had it your way, what will you change about the product that we have here today? Here's the beauty of the trial close. If you misread the customer or the client, and you misread the temperature of the client, you still have the ability to circle back and provide them more information in your presentation. You didn't ask them for the close. You didn't ask them for a yes or no. You didn't assume the sale and allow them to stand you up and say, no, I don't want to do it. You are putting yourself in a position to see if there are anything else that they'd be interested in. If there's any other questions that they may have that's preventing you and them from closing the sale. If the customer is still cold though at the second attempt of the trial close, it's most likely because they have hidden objections or unanswered concerns, and that just means that your presentation skills need to be better. Let's say you've done the trial close. Let's say your customer says they're ready to go. What next, right? Most customers are going to be in a position now where they're ready to pull the trigger. How do you pull the trigger? I know a lot of sales professionals that are watching this, they get scared when it's time to ask for business. They don't want to be that guy because it's going to pressure the customer. Sales is just a game of pressure. From all this that I've learned, this is fantastic up until asking for the sale. Sales is so scary. I don't know how to ask. If they're going to say no, they're going to say no. Well, you don't ask them a yes or no question, genius. Here's why you can close customers the best way that I found, okay? Number one, Mr. Customer, based on the conversations that we've had today and based on the products that you've looked at as well, would you say that this product solves your problem the best? If the answer is yes, fantastic. When can we schedule you for a delivery? Boom, you've asked for the sale. From a scale of 1 to 10, where would you say you are where you stand today in making a purchase? 10 being you're ready for us to get it ready, picked up, and prepared, set up for delivery for you for Tuesday morning. If they tell you anything that is less than a 10, then you tell the customer, what is it? What would get you to a 10? Now you have your objection set up in front of you. Mr. Customer, for number 3, Mr. Customer, is there any reason whatsoever why we can't get this package? Why we can't get you sleeping comfortably tonight? Why we can't you driving home to your family tonight in this vehicle that you test drove today? Ask them that question. If they say, no, there's no reason, fantastic, Mr. Customer. Let me go get my manager to sign all the documents. We'll be good to go and set you up for the financing. Done. Is there any reason why we can't get you sleeping comfortably tonight? No, there isn't any reason. Fantastic. We take Visa and credit. How would you like to pay? Done, right? Boom, close another sale. Number 5, does Thursday morning work better for installation or does Friday morning work better? Giving them 2 options instead of giving them one for them to say no, now they can choose between Thursday and Friday. Now it's better for them because you're giving them the option of saying, I'd prefer this for my product installation. See how simple it is to close a sale? It's not complicated, but here is one thing I really want to emphasize on. Your customer took time out of their day to talk to you. If your product solves their problem, they're obviously interested in your product, genius. So ask for the sale. Not asking for the sale is a disservice to your company, your customer, and yourself. Not asking for the sale robs yourself of time and commission, your customer of time and effort to even speak to you, of your company for time, lead acquisition, and your time being paid to talk to the customer. So don't not ask, just ask for the sale. Make it simple. These are the simple steps, and I've made it absolutely for free. You guys can watch over this video again. Let me know in the comment section which part of the video that you guys like the most, and also share this video, man. I'm doing this for free. I'm asking for the sale right now. I really hope that this video gets up to 100 views minimum. If it doesn't, I'll be very upset. But I do look forward to making another video for you guys for episode number 3 of how to close sales effectively and efficiently in 2022 to make 6 figures, 7 figures for your business, because that's what I'm here to do, and I'm here to do it absolutely for free. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like I mentioned, like, comment down below, and subscribe. And also share this to a friend. If you don't share this to a friend, I'm going to be just devastated. I really do hope that you guys enjoy the video. You guys received a lot of value, and I look forward to talking to you guys once again next week. Take care.